So this is a really short video to give you an intro to our DJI Osmo 3 camera that we've just bought with a view to trying to make this channel work and evolve. Really early days, bear with us. I've not read the instructions, why would I? Let's see if we can figure it out. So this is our DJI Osmo Pocket 3 creator combo that we bought a few days ago. Just a quick look at what you actually get. So first of all, it comes in a nice little tidy case, which is great. Open up the case. The actual camera itself, bit of a snug fit, but comes in a nice little protection case. So that just clips off. Within the case, there's a magnetic area, and it's actually an additional lens. It gives you a more cinematic wide view. So that just is magnetic, sticks on. So the best thing is to keep that safe. Stick it in there. So that's the camera. I've already attached the strap, so that's nice and easy. Just slots in the little hole there and then feeds back on itself. What else do you get? So there is an extended battery, which is a USB-C connection. Just clips on. You can actually charge that independently as well, whether it's attached to the camera or not. What looks to be a smaller battery, I actually thought it was a battery to start with, but it's just an extension to the handle. And then also in here you've got the tripod, and that actually just screws in to the bottom of the handle extension. Again, you can charge the battery that's in the camera, not the extension, if you connect that there. So that's simply this the right way around, like that. So if you click that USB-C there to a power point, and it'll charge your camera up for you. To disconnect it, simple click on there. And then because it's the creator edition, you actually get a microphone that comes with a magnet actually, so you can either clip that to your clothing garment, or the magnet can go behind your t-shirt or top and it sticks through. It's pretty strong. I have seen some people actually put that on the inside of the shirt, and that's showing on the outside to protect the wind even more. And it comes with this little muff, so you can either take that out or stick it on and give you some wind protection. So that actually just pairs automatically to your camera, and it means you can wander off, have your camera quite a distance from you, and it'll record everything really clearly what you're saying. We've not tried it yet, but we'll see. That's the theory. And then finally, a USB-C cable. So self-explanatory, one end in the power source, the other into the battery or the camera itself. So that's it. In terms of turning it on, just rotate. I'm not quite sure what it's doing there. Rotate that and it comes to life. If you want to actually rotate the camera, so at the minute it's looking away from me, if you want to rotate it, you just go 1, 2, 3, and it'll rotate. Nice and easy. So that's what's in the case. Nice and straightforward. So next we're going to look at what you actually need to pair your camera to your phone. So this is just an iPhone. You search for DJI Mimo and install that. Okay, so that's now installed. Click open. Or the blurb, whoever reads this. Not quite sure what I'd do if I clicked on reject, but anyway, we'll agree. Sign the life away. And allow it to find Bluetooth devices, network. And then it's asking to connect to camera, download and edit. These are just the different menu options. Profile, home screen design. I never read instructions. Life's too short. So that's the app installed. I'm guessing now I'll need to log on to this, so I'll use Lou's account because I'm not setting one up, she's done it already. So once the app's installed, make sure your camera's turned on, and right in the centre there's a little camera button and it finds your camera. Connect. Click on accept on the camera, join. I'm guessing you only have to do this the once. And there we go. If we move the camera around, there we go. One's talking to the other. Simple. Okay, so back to the camera itself. So it's turned off at the moment. So if you rotate that, it turns it on. I've been playing about with this already, so there are some settings I've changed, but it's similar to other GoPro cameras, DJI cameras, in terms of if you drag down or you drag up, you get different menu options. So you can see here I've selected 4K and 50 frames per second. I actually saw a video online, quite interesting actually, and you can experiment with this. If you point this at a room with some lights on, whether it's normal light bulbs or LED, if you try 60, you can see a flicker, but apparently in the UK lighting operates at a frequency of 25, I think it is, so by putting it at 50, it eliminates any flicker. Try it yourself, I've tried it, it seems much smoother on 50. So I've got it on 50 in 4K. Drag back down, and here you've got different options. So that is to show different saved options you can put in. So different settings where you can actually create different versions depending on whether you're doing outdoor, indoor, you want to view objects, look at yourself. Next one here, screen rotate to capture. If you do that, do you know what, I've got no idea what that actually does. It'll teach me to actually read the instructions, won't it? That one there's the brightness. 60% I've got it on, apparently it saves the battery. Here, this is when you are wandering around videoing yourself. If you move your head from side to side within the frame, it'll actually zoom in and follow you. I did see a video actually suggesting that you turn that off, because then, as long as you're pointing it roughly in your direction, it stops the camera moving from left to right all the time. It makes you feel a little bit sick when you're watching it, so I've got that turned off. Here, just general settings. There's quite a few there. That one there is to switch to portrait mode when you click it like that. This is the speed of the actual camera tracking when you're moving. So if you move it quite quickly, the camera will move very, very quickly itself. But if you focused on something, because it's got a gimbal, it'll actually follow at slightly less speed, and again it makes it just a little bit smoother, more cinematic for the viewer. So that's what I've got it on, but you've got 3 settings there. I've not actually tried this yet as to whether it works well or not. And this one is the gimbal mode, so you can follow objects, tilt and lock, FPV, again no idea, not read the instructions yet, so I guess I'll figure that out as the days to come. So that's it, basic setup, fairly easy. If you want to turn it off, press and hold that, and that's it. And that will go back in its case. So, nothing too elaborate. I'm sure we'll figure it out in more detail as we get to use it in the next few days and weeks.